Hello, I'm Caitlin DeSilvey, and I'm going to tell you about the project that I'm working on with colleagues from Historic England, the National Trust, Natural England, and University College London. I'm based at the University of Exeter. The project is Landscape Futures and the Challenge of Change towards Integrated Cultural Natural Heritage Decision Making. And the context for the work that we are doing is quite topical at the moment, as we recognize that we are in a world where accelerated environmental change and widespread economic insecurity will increasingly require heritage and landscape managers to make difficult decisions about how to manage assets and allocate resources. And this is relatively uncharted territory, which is only being made more pressing as a reality, I suppose, in the current COVID-19 crisis. So the recognition of the project is that we are going to need, and we need now, new strategies to help practitioners respond proactively and sensitively when transformative change is inevitable, or when standard conservation approaches are not feasible. And by transformative change, we mean change that actually may lead to some loss of structural or material integrity, or a transformation from one state into another, perhaps. So not the sort of incremental change which, of course, heritage and landscape practitioners manage all the time. The project background is rooted in a 4-year AHRC project led by UCL with PI Rodney Harrison, and that was called Heritage Futures. And we, in that project, researched a range of different issues around heritage as a future-making process, and I was particularly responsible for leading on a theme looking at transformation in heritage. And one of the things that we found out in that research was that there are barriers to effectively managing change and transformation, but that there was a sense from the people we were working with that when you shift your attention from the loss of discrete heritage assets to focus on a broader landscape context, there may be an opportunity to engage in more creative and confident decision making about how you negotiate those changes. So the aim of the project is to consolidate knowledge about actual or perceived barriers to managing change, transformation, and sometimes decline in UK heritage assets and landscapes. And so this is reviewing policy and legislation to try to understand how this set of issues that we're interested in, how they're currently being handled, and how people are currently innovating in managing change in creative ways, but also perhaps being constrained in other contexts. So what we want to do together is use landscape scale thinking to try to develop an approach that understands change as an opportunity for, in some contexts, generating integrated cultural and natural heritage value. So breaking down the barriers between cultural and natural heritage to try to understand these integrated cultural historical systems, which are constantly in a state of transformation. And then what we will do is, towards the end of the project, to develop and disseminate a decision support framework to deliver consistency, confidence, and capability in managing asset transformations across the UK heritage sector. And just a bit more detail about that. So we're responding to a real sort of need that's been communicated to us in our various roles, and in past research about the need for consistency in interpreting relevant regulations and guidance, confidence in making decisions to manage for transformative change, and also a need for capability in devolving decision making to local managers so that they feel empowered. Just to close, our research team cuts across the heritage sector, the natural heritage sector, and the universities. So I am leading from the University of Exeter. Co-Is are Rodney Harrison at University College London, Hannah Fluck at Historic England, Rosemary Hales and Ingrid Samuel with the National Trust. And then we are supported by a research associate, Harold Fredheim, and we have a project partner in Natural England as well. So it really is in bringing together expertise across a range of different partners and individuals who have experience, but also will be able to take the information that we're generating in this project and embed it directly into practice. Thank you very much for your time.